Well, hello, boys and girls. Here we are again. I'm here with the trusty lamp of correctness. Yes, I do my meditations, and me and the masseuse girls, masseuse Stacy, Melissa, we all gather around the lamp and we meditate and we do ohms and yeah, in Nutella. Vats of Nutella. We sit in vats of Nutella around the lamp and we let the universe bring us the pics that I bring to you every day. They put me at 75% in the second half of my NHL picks per day. My NHL picks per day that people, you know the money people made off of this and you weren't watching? I don't know why. I don't know why, but now it's the playoffs and it's the finest time in the land when we all lock ourselves in our basements and tell our families to go to hell. Yeah, well, I do that every day anyways, but especially in the playoffs, we do this so we could watch this fine game. And I've been doing Toronto, Boston, I've did all the series, and now we are on to the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Washington Capitals. Get yourself all well lubed with Jaime's body lube that I know you all have, and sit down and rejoice and be regaled by this fine programming. Columbus Blue Jackets. Let me go down here. Columbus Blue Jackets versus the Washington Capitals. What this is, boys and girls, is the series of the one team having extreme depth and the other team having top-end talent. In last year, you would think most of the time the team with the most depth would take the teams with top-end talent. But it isn't the case quite often, like last year with Pittsburgh Penguins. The Pittsburgh Penguins really, depth-wise, they were injured even as well. They were outshot in the Washington series. They were outplayed in the Washington series, but they have two players in Malkin and Crosby, and, Kessel as well, that are what they call timely scorers. They seem to be able to score when everything is on the line. They never seem to hold their stick too tight, and that is so invaluable in the playoffs. And having top-end talent that is able to do that can beat depth a lot of the time. So the question in this series is going to be, which one's going to win? In Columbus, let me just take, for example, in Columbus, they have their first line would be Wenberg, Atkinson, and Artemi Panarin. Now Panarin would be the one that would be most consistently known as a superstar. Probably not really achieving superstar status. He was always in Chicago. He was always shadowed by Kane. Now he was almost a point a game player. Not a bad line, okay? Now, you go to Washington, as I'm doing right now, you go to Washington and you have this as a top line. Nicholas Backstrom, Ovechkin, and TJ Oshie. Now, I don't know about you, but if it's me, I'm taking a top line. I'm going with that one by quite a bit. Now, Washington's second line, on the other hand, Kuznetsov, either Verana or Connolly, maybe Tom Wilson and Burakovsky. Not the strongest second line in the world. But you have the top-end talent of Kuznetsov, who can score at any moment and has that ability. It seems to have that ability to play in big games. Now, Columbus, for their second line, it's probably just as good, if not even better. You've got Foligno, Pierre-Luc Dubois, who they've been playing on the left side, kind of switching Foligno and Dubois back and forth. I think they're trying to prepare Dubois to be a center, and he's going to watch on Foligno, learn from him. Whoever they play, though, it doesn't really matter. Josh Anderson, I would take this, even with Kuznetsov there, I would take this line, Josh Anderson, Dubois, and Foligno. And then their third line, Brandon Dubinsky. You could put Vanek up there, by the way. Thomas Vanek and Bjorkstrand or Boone Jenner. You're looking at putting Boone Jenner on the fourth line here, who is an ex-30 goal scorer and a very good two-way player. If you're when you go down to Washington and you look at their third, fourth line, you're looking at Maybe Verana, Alex Chiasson, um, in center, Lars Eller, not too bad. Jay Beagle, not too bad. But I would not want these on my third and fourth if I'm going for a playoff series, unless you've got top end talent, which they do. Defensively, you've got, again, Washington's the same way. John Carlson, Niskanen, Orlov, fantastic. After that, there's a huge drop-off. Orlov, Orpik, Juice, and Kempny. I mean, they picked up Kempny in Chicago. A little bit of an upgrade over Bowie, maybe, and Juice. Maybe even Orpik. I would say he was actually an upgrade over Orpik, which doesn't say much. But their top three are really, really good. And Braden Holtby. So what you have is a team that's going to be relying on their top scorers a lot. More than they did last year. Almost like Pittsburgh did. Last year. You could even switch it. And a team like Columbus, who is going to be relying on scoring depth. Now, who do I think is going to win the series? Well, first of all, it's always got to come down with goaltending with hockey as well. And Holtby has not been playing par. In fact, there's even talk of Grubauer being played as a number one in the playoffs because Holtby has been so inconsistent this year. Sergei Bobrovsky for the Columbus Blue Jackets has played extremely well. You can look at their numbers. If you notice when I do these videos, I don't bring up numbers and stuff like that. Go check them out for yourself. Really all you need to know, and you probably already know, you're watching these videos, you're hockey fans, you know who's been playing well and who hasn't been playing well. Maybe I can give you a different slant on that. What I can tell you is I played a lot, I've studied the game for a very long time, and I just tend to be accurate. And I can give you the reason why. Zach Werenski, Seth Jones, Jack Johnson, Dennis Savard, Ryan Murray, and Ian Cole. I take that defense over the top end three defense of Washington any day. And honestly, this is the reason why I say Columbus is going to win the cup. Or win the series. And I think they're going to go a lot higher than people think. Having Jack Johnson, David Savard, and Ryan Murray in your 3-4-5 spot with Ian Cole as well, these are guys that can move the puck extremely well. Zach Werenski and Seth Jones might be the best pair in the league. Pretty darn close, if they are not. Sergei Bobrovsky is, even when Holtby's playing at his best, I still take Bobrovsky over Holtby. And then you have an X factor in Tortorella. Although I love Trotz, Tortorella and Trotz are a wash. Both of them are fantastic motivators. And I just have the feeling that you give Tortorella 2 chances with the team in the playoffs, and you're going to see something special. As you see, you'll see that as you go through this, or if you look at my who's going to win the playoff video, you'll see that I didn't take Columbus. But you know what? It actually wouldn't surprise me if they made it. This team has got just enough depth. I think they're a year away yet, but I certainly think they have enough depth and enough scoring power and enough of a playoff coach and coaching style in Tortorella to take this series, which is going to cause huge waves in Washington, isn't it? So that's my I'm taking the Columbus Blue Jackets, and I'm not even saying in 7. I think it's going to be in 6. That's my full 42%, boys and girls. That's all I have to give. Hit the subscribe button if you could. I mean, why, not if you could. Why wouldn't you? You get yourself a vat of Jaime's Body Lube. It's the best. There, I said it. And a My NHL Pearls of Wisdom necklace helicoptered to your door and signed by me. I mean, that should be enough right there. Have a great day. Lots of love to you.